Tuesday against the Knicks. He didn't play Wednesday against the Bucks. So what is his status going forward, starting with Detroit?
Yeah, we'll see. He got in the gym today and was shooting. You know, James, he's famous for his availability.
Yes.
To be determined, but it looks like he wants to play, Malika.
Even with a player like James, adding someone, such a focal point of the offense, into the fold in the middle of the season, that's a huge move. Going into this mindset as a coach, how do you adjust on the fly when you're adding an all-star to your roster?
Malika, it makes my job so much easier.
Does it?
Tell you. I mean, you know, the elite IQ, the elite passing skills, and really it's just he's one of the best decision makers of all time in my mind. He always makes the right read. He's in that LeBron, you know, that kind of territory where you can score, you know, and get you 40 or you can get 20 assists. So him and Donovan have meshed. He's obviously meshed with Jared Allen, and now we got Evan Mobley back in the mix. So I'm not surprised, you know, that the transition has been pretty smooth.
Focusing on Jared Allen a little bit here, it seems like the perfect fit with him and Harden, but his success in February, it started really before that trade. You coached him when we were all in Brooklyn together. What's been the key factor in his offensive game that's led him to take this leap? Wow,
what a transformation.
I know, we've come a long way.
And James has obviously helped him, Malika, you know, but you know, the transformation happened before that. I think Evan being out for a little bit, you know, me and Jared had a conversation about, you know, him just taking on more responsibility, and he's taken that and just run with it. And he's been a lead on both ends. I mean, he's playing all-star basketball right now. Around
here, all over our network, I don't know if you've caught this, we kind of like to talk about the MVP every once in a while. We like to talk MVP races here on ESPN, and you've advocated for Donovan Mitchell to win the award this season. So I give you the floor here. What has made Donovan Mitchell the MVP in your eyes?
I mean, the fact that he's kept this team afloat, I mean, I think we got to throw him in the conversation at least. And then, you know, he's an entertaining guy to watch. I know you like that at ESPN, right? Like, he's a fun player to watch. Sometimes I catch myself just watching him, you know, play the game. So, you know, to me, all that equals MVP candidate.
Absolutely. And Coach, Mitchell's looking to get to the conference finals for the first time, but I imagine the conversations that you all are having as a group, it's not just the conference finals. And Detroit, it's interesting. We were talking to Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren. They come out and say what their goal is. Our goal, we're not trying to just get to the party. We want to win a championship. How do you all talk about that as a group?
Yeah, I mean, listen, for us, I think we kind of have a humble approach. We have to take the next step, right? We've you know, we've had some struggles in the playoffs the last 3 years, and you know, we just got to be honest about that. So we have some rungs, you know, to climb. But right now, we're taking a humble approach. We've got to take the next step, and then we're going to go from there.
The best thing to counterbalance ego is humility, so I can completely see that approach. I always appreciate the time, Kenny. Best of luck against the Pistons. It's always good to catch up.
All right, Malika. Thank you so much.
Great chatting with Kenny yesterday. Man, we go all the way back to Brooklyn when all those guys were together, and yet here they are again. And in the 2 seasons before Kenny Atkinson took over in Cleveland, the Cavs, they ranked just 15th in offensive efficiency. But since he took over, they boast the second best offensive efficiency in the NBA. They're only slightly behind the Nuggets, and we've yet to see what that offense will look like when James Harden fully settles in. But Kenny Atkinson said it. James Harden has impacted Jared Allen directly. They've become one of the most lethal duos in the league. How so?
Oh, let's do this. When James Harden suits up as a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have the 3rd best offense in the NBA, and it's because of this unlikely duo from the start of the season. We never had this on our bingo cards, so let's break it down. On this possession, I want you guys to see first and foremost where the players are. Here's James Harden, here is Jared Allen. Now, the real MVP, honestly, on this play is actually Keon Ellis. Check this out right here. He's going to come over and set a cross screen. So as you see this right here, he's going to set a cross screen that's so key in this play because it slows down Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's a sprint to try to set this screen. Again, James Harden is the leader in NBA when it comes to isolations for plays like this because he can manipulate the defense. And I say he manipulates because because right here, he has 1 and 2 defenders. Key are caught in the blender. He has a beautiful pocket pass. And let's talk about the synergy between these two. James Harden, when he passes, his teammates actually shoot 50% from the floor. And Jarrett Allen has since then shoot 77%, averaging 20 points per game. So on this play, there's a mistake that's made. Jalen Brunson does the mistake. He steps up. You never step up. And the unlikely screener actually benefits the most and finish it right here. So again, he's so good in pick and roll, 636 isolations. But again, the new dynamic duo is, since James Harden debuted on February 7th, most on-ball screens by any duo in the NBA, these two. It's a tremendous number. So overall, the Cavs, they found something that is without Don that is working to help stimulate their offense all the way to the top.
And the only question now is, are we going to get to see this duo tonight? Because we know that James fractured that thumb in his right hand, Brian. It's not his shooting hand. Our Shams Charania has said he expects to play through it, but he did miss that last game against the Bucks. What do we know about tonight and moving forward?
All right, so I checked in on this. He will be a game-time decision.
Game time.
But I would be surprised if he doesn't play. It's really about a matter of discomfort.
Okay.
And so, especially since Donovan Mitchell is not playing tonight, I think James is going to feel the need to help the team. And as far as Donovan goes, I think he's going to miss some time here with this groin injury. He's officially going to be day-to-day, but I do not expect him to play Sunday against the Nets. And to be honest with you, we'll see how he feels. But if you look, Malika, Tuesday and then March 8th, there's 4 days between that second Pistons game and that next Sunday game on ABC. If he sat out these next 3, he would get 10 days off to help that. It's not for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see him sit out these next 3.
That could be some much-needed rest here for that groin injury that he is dealing with. But the Eastern Conference, there's some battles happening at the top. The Cavaliers, they don't want to fall too far behind. Let's go to Philly. That's where the Sixers hosted the Heat. Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, they combined for 54 in the win, Shanae. Can we say it? Is the Sixers team dangerous?
They're another one of those teams where I say, let me hold my breath a little bit. But the fact that Joel Embiid has come on so strong, Tyrese Maxey always said, like, the best young backcourt in the NBA is in Philly. But as long as they're getting this level of production from Joel Embiid, you can never say never.
Dangerously looming. I know that triggers Heat fans. To Indiana, that's where Con Knippel finished with 28 points on 8 threes. He set a rookie record for threes in a season. Charlotte moves to 17-2 when that starting lineup of Ball, Miller, Bridges, Knippel, and Diabate are together. Ryan, can they jump out of the play-in?
They certainly can. You know I'm all in on the Buzz City Killers. So he set the rookie record. We're still in February. I'm not sure if you're aware. I was looking to point out he's shooting 44% on 8 threes a game. How about that?
For that,
for welcoming yourself to the league.
Knippel causes a ripple here for Brian Windhurst. Coming up here on NBA Today.
That's a good one.
Steph Curry's double bang shot. It happened 10 years ago. Mike Breen dives into the origin. And who do we trust more in that Wild West? Brian, you have your eyes on one player. I got a hint.